everyone, it's Laura, and I'm here to review the Spellshop. I do have a physical copy, but I've lent it to a friend, so I'm going to have to insert an image of the cover here while I talk about it. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I knew it was going to be a cozy fantasy, and like I said before on my mini book haul, I did basically pick it up after Elliot Brooks had a video where she recommended it, and so I went in with high hopes. I know that I do share at least some taste with Elliot Brooks, so I was hopeful, and it did not disappoint. I would give it 4.5 stars currently, because it wasn't exactly perfect, but it was very comforting, and I did enjoy it a lot. I loved the main character, Keela, and how she basically had to kind of learn not to be a reclusive librarian anymore and actually interact with people. I loved a lot of the citizens on the island. I should probably back up and kind of give a summary of what the basic plot is, in case anyone doesn't know. Basically, what happens is this takes place in a fantasy world, and Keela, the main character, is a librarian in the Great Library in the capital, and there is a rebellion going on and a coup, and they've taken over, and she has to flee the library. And she was happy as could be in her library with basically no human interaction. She had an assistant, which is her best friend, which is a sentient spider plant named Kaz, and he talks, and he's amazing, and he's one of my favorite characters in the book. And although I'm a very mental person with mental images, and so trying to picture a little spider plant, well, he's a big spider plant, but a spider plant doing the things he does in the book is quite hilarious to me, and was difficult at first to picture. But anyway, but yes, they flee, and so they're kind of lost of where to go until she remembers that she still probably technically owns a cottage on the island where she was born, and where she spent the first, I think, 9 years of her life or something before her and her parents moved to the capital. So she flees there and has to basically learn to survive, obviously, because there's only limited food that she had brought. She was able to save some books from the library, but she's worried because she doesn't have proper permission, so she doesn't know what will happen if she's discovered harboring these books. She tells herself that once things settle down, she'll bring them back to the library and hopefully not be punished, but you don't know if that's going to happen or not. So she meets people on the island. I love a lot of the island characters. She finds out things aren't always hunky-dory on an island, and they're very different from how they were in the capital. She has to relearn how to interact with people and ask for help when she needs it, because she basically lived under her desk in the library because she just didn't want to be away from her books for too long. So now having to be self-sustaining, get her own food that's not provided by kitchens, you know, and make money to buy supplies she needs, actual upkeep of the rundown cottage that's, you know, been abandoned for at least over a decade at this point. It's just a lot of work and everything. And as we find out more about her and the island and her family and everything, I just fell in love with it. And I like how fantastical the world is with all the different creatures. And I mean, one of the island people is like basically like a centaur, and another one, I think she's a goat lady or a fawn, or I don't know exactly what she is, but and then another one has huge antlers and like huge giant like bat wings, and you know, so a lot of the characters themselves. But then there are merhorses or hippocampi, and then there are mermaids, and then there are like forest creatures that are interesting. And yet a lot of the stuff is still relatable because all of the food is stuff that we deal with. The keep talking about cinnamon buns. You know how many years it's been since I've had a cinnamon bun? I really want a cinnamon bun after reading this book. But, you know, and fresh baked bread and jam, and, you know, there's stuff that's still relatable in this fantastical world. And anyway, I really enjoyed it. I'm trying not to spoil anything or go into too much detail, but if you are at all into cozy fantasy, I would definitely recommend this book. It is worth it. I liked it a lot, and I hope the friend that I lent it to also really enjoys it. So that's all my thoughts on the Spellshop, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.